Hello everybody, welcome back to Casual Warcraft. So I'm trying to pick up the pace of these episodes for everybody and try to get some content up a little quicker. And I've been seeing a couple of these things going around lately, and I'm gonna keep glancing over here because I had to take notes. But I've been seeing these tips for WoW noobs, and not like noobs as in you suck, you're a noob, but as in literally new players that have not played before. And let's see, I know Liz Harper, I believe, over on WoW Insider. Whoa, that's incredibly bright. Over on WoW Insider, did one of these 7 things WoW noobs should know, or 7 things new players should know. And Panzer just did one. Well, Panzer did one a while ago. 39 things WoW noobs should know, I believe it was, something like that. But so, just today I've seen 2 of these, so I figured I would, go ahead and throw one up myself, since this is Casual Warcraft. And I mean, what else? What else are you gonna do when you're new? You're gonna be a casual. That's not saying you're always gonna be casual. You may turn into a hardcore raider, and if you do, awesome. If not, still awesome, as long as you're having fun with the game. But we'll get to that. That's later on. Number 1 thing you should know when you start playing WoW, when you first sign up for your account, get an authenticator. Get an authenticator. I mean, if you don't want your account to get hacked, you're going to put in hours and hours and hours of work into this account. You don't want it to get hacked and have some gold farmer from China using your account. Pretty simple, right? Makes sense? Get an authenticator. It helps. Next, when you're picking your server to start off in the game, and this is something, Panzer mentioned it, but a lot of people don't really think about it. There's a few different kinds of servers in WoW. There's normal servers, PvP servers, RP servers, and RP-PvP servers. Normal servers are just normal servers. That's a good, excellent, awesome place to start out with a new player. PvP servers is player versus player servers. Not the greatest place to start out, because you're going to get sick of getting beat on by higher level characters. If you pick Alliance, higher level Horde characters are going to just see you and destroy you, because they can anywhere out in the open world. RP servers are role-playing servers, so unless you're actually playing the game with the intent to do some role-playing, or you're an experienced role player, probably not the best server to start on. And RP PvP servers are role-play servers and PvP servers combined into one. So you're role-playing, getting your ass whooped and ganked by high-level tunes. Not a good place to be. Next tip, the best tip I can really give anybody is wowhead.com. Wowhead. WOWHEAD.com. Learn it, use it, remember it, memorize it, bookmark it. If you can't learn about your class, or about the quest you're doing, or about anything else in the game from Wowhead, you can't learn it anywhere. You can't. I still go there when I look up stuff. I can't remember something about a quest, I go to Wowhead. It's where you should be looking everything up. It's where you should be learning about your character, for the most part, when you're getting started, where you should be learning about quests that you can't figure out. All of that. It's Wowhead. It's what it's there for. I debated about putting this one on the list. I really did, because I'm not 100% sure I agree with it. But Panzer mentioned it, and I thought about it, and I thought about it, and I fought with myself, and I'm going to put it on the list. Try a hunter first. As a new player, the hunter actually gives you probably more tools to use to help you level than most other characters would. You have a pet to start with. You're a ranged fighter, so you don't have to get right in on top of another character, an enemy, to attack it and do damage. And a lot of times people find that easier. I know mages also get a pet. Yes, they do. Okay, blah, blah. Hunter pets are still a little better, I think, for this, because they have tanking abilities. So it's a good place to start. It really is. I didn't play my first hunter until 2 years ago. 2 years ago, beginning of Kata, I started my first hunter, and leveled him. He wasn't undead, and he became a Worgen female and now she's a troll female, so yeah. But go ahead and try it. They're really good class. They are a lot of fun to play, and they're fairly straightforward and easy to play. There's not a whole lot of really technical stuff going on with a hunter. Enough so to get you to learn that there is things like that in the game that you do have to be aware of, but not enough to overwhelm a new player. So I am going to agree with Panzer on that and say it's probably a good idea to try a hunter first. Why does my hat look extraordinarily high on my head today? I guess that's better. That'll work. When you first start playing and you're what is it, level 1 to 10, I believe you can res at a spirit healer, and you don't take any penalty for doing that. After you get above level 10, no, don't res at a spirit healer. It's bad. It's just resurrection sickness is not something you want. You can't effectively kill mobs. You can't effectively level. You can't effectively do battlegrounds. None of that. If you have resurrection sickness. So avoid the spirit healer res after level 10. Just don't do it. Bad juju. Another thing, join a guild. More often than not nowadays, if you roll a new tune on a server, the minute you log in, you're first logging in, you're gonna get a guild invite. It's almost a guarantee. A lot of people say join a level 25 guild right off the bat. I don't think it's that important to join a level 25 guild right off the bat, but definitely join a guild. There's a lot of perks to leveling and professions and everything else you get just from being in a guild. Plus you get to meet people, and you know, if you get in a guild and you don't like the people that are in it, don't be afraid to leave a guild. Don't be afraid to. You can find other ones. There's more guilds out there. Don't make a big habit of it, but don't be afraid to leave a guild. / G-quit. Don't be afraid to use it. Also, don't beg for gold. Don't do it. Everybody hates it. Nobody likes it. You can make so much gold in this game by just selling off the gear you don't need, either to vendors or in the auction house particularly. Don't beg for gold. There's no reason for it except you're too lazy to go out and quest or run dungeons and get the gold yourself. That's all there really is to it. When you first start learning professions, I don't believe... It's been a while since I leveled a new tune. Wow. I don't think, I know for the Blood Elves you can't do it until you get to Falcon Wing Square, is where you can learn professions finally. And I believe it's like that for most of the other races as well. You don't learn it in the very beginner's area, but the next area on you will. Pick professions that are appropriate to your class. If you're a hunter, skinning and leatherworking. Alright, you can make your own gear, you can make armor enchants for yourself. Very, very handy things to do. Also, and before I move on, you know, if you're a warrior, a death knight, paladin, mining, blacksmithing, awesome, perfect. You can make your own gear again, you know, and you can level it up as you go, and you can continue to make good gear all the way through. And when you get to level 90 finally, you can make some damn nice level 90 gear. So you might as well just pick professions that are appropriate to your class. So hunters, leatherworking, and skinning, warriors, paladins, death knights, English is the language I have chosen to speak, mining and blacksmithing, cloth wearers, mages, warlocks, priests, tailoring. Tailoring does not have a gathering profession to go with it. Okay, so the big one to go with tailoring is enchanting, because you can disenchant the gear that you make that you don't need to get enchanting mats to make stuff that you do need. It seems complicated, it's not. The only professions that really don't have a very specific spot are engineering and inscription, and alchemy. Those really don't have a very specific spot because they're not class specific. They're not going to help anyone specifically more than anybody else. At least not while leveling. So if you want to do something like that, you don't want to do blacksmithing, which believe me, I don't blame you. You know, those are good professions. Not that there's really a bad profession in the game, but those are good ones if you don't want to do blacksmithing or leatherworking or something like that. Pick the appropriate gathering profession to go with your production profession. So engineering, blacksmithing, jewel crafting, mining. Leatherworking is skinning. Alchemy and inscription would be herbalism. So on and so forth. Like I said, wowhead. You'll learn a lot from Wowhead. Also, learn first aid and cooking. And as you progress, keep up with them, level them up. I'm really bad about doing this. I've never managed to level cooking and first aid as I level a character. I haven't ever managed to do it. If you do, though, it actually has a lot of benefits for you. Cooking especially, because you get buff food later on, where you get buffs because of the food that you have, because of the food that you make, you know, or the food that you eat. Really, really helpful. So a good idea, first aid, cooking, level them both as you level. Don't wait till you get to 85 or 90 and say, oh crap, my cooking sucks. Because then you're like me and you're sitting around for 3 weeks grinding cooking, you know. Don't forget to utilize the auction house. You know, you can make, yeah, I'm still sitting in a high back kitchen chair. I don't have an office chair yet. Give me time. I'm getting there. I got a desk at least finally, all right? Get off my back. Eh? You can make a lot of gold from the auction house. A lot of gold. I mean, top level characters, that's where they make most of their gold. If you have gear you don't need, BOEs, buy non-equip items that you can't use. Say you're a leather wearer and it's mail, or you're a plate wearer and it's cloth. You know, it's stuff you can't use. Put it in the auction house. Sell it. You know, if you get mats off my drop, you know, from loot, put it in the auction house if you don't need them. Anything you make that you don't need from your professions, put it in the auction house. You'll make a boatload of gold that way. There we go with the English again. One of the best things you can do to make that easier on yourself at the auction house is to roll a bank alt. A bank alt is an alt character that you just park by the mailbox in front of the bank. They just sit right there, right over here, you know. And all you do is you take the stuff you've got on your main character, put it in the mailbox, mail it to them, it gets there instantly, you log out of your main, log into them, take it out of the mailbox, stuff it in the bank. That's simple. Or stuff it not in the bank, in the auction house. That's simple. Really is. Where else am I here? Oh yeah, when you're questing, pick up all the quests in an area and do them, then come back and turn them in. It's much easier than picking up one quest, doing it, coming back. You save yourself a bunch of time, and it's a whole lot less frustration than running back and forth constantly. It really is. So just pick them all up, do them, come back, drop them all off, pick up all the next set, go out and do those. Trust me, a lot easier. Read the quests. Definitely read the quests as you do them. It'll tell you what you have to do in the quest. So you know, just pick up the quest, click on OK, accept, and go right out and do it, and get like 20 yards from where the quest giver was and go, what did I have to do? And then you got to open your quest log and go back in. Just read them when you pick them up. You know, the summary will be in your quest log. You know, the summary will be in your quest tracker anyways. Plus there's the quest log. You can always go back and double check, but just read them initially too. It's just the easy way to do it. When you get to level 15 and you can finally do instances, try to do every instance in the game. There's a lot of good quests in there for a lot of experience. Just do them. Get them done. A lot of those quests you can do in one dungeon run. Easily. Ragefire Chasm, the first dungeon you can run on Horde side, and I believe on Alliance side as well. I don't know, don't level many Alliance tunes. There's like 4 quests, and you can do every one of them on one pass through for the most part. But just queue up randomly, do them. I didn't include this one on my list, but I'm going to throw it in. Do Battlegrounds at level 10. Great experience. PvP is kind of hard to learn, but it's a really, really good way to learn the ins and outs of your character, of your class. Really, really good way. When you're doing instances, if you're not the tank, if you're not the guy wearing plate mail, don't pull. Don't attack a mob before the tank does. Okay, if you're DPS, stand back, let the tank pull, then go DPS. If you're a healer, definitely don't pull, okay? Let the tank do it. Tanks, a lot of the reason people don't like to tank is because people do that. And it really irritates us as tanks because we're like, grr, that's my job, get off my job. I want to do my job. So, yeah, don't pull unless you're the tank. Then you can pull, but pull responsibly. Okay. Buff other players in your group. You get into a group, if you're ever a mage, a priest, a druid, you have a buff that you can give. You know, our mages have arcane intellect, druids have Mark of the Wild. What is it that priests have? Fortitude, the fortitude one there, I can't remember what it is, Blessing of Fortitude or whatever. Buff people. just hand it out. Doesn't cost you anything, might as well do it. And do that randomly too, just as you're running through the world, or run by buffing. Hey look, buff, buff, you know, just do it. It's nice, you know. You don't have to be a dick all the time. You can be nice. Trust me, it doesn't hurt. Don't randomly invite people to a group. You know, don't just be like, hey, that person looks cool, invite. No, whisper first. Just be like, hey, would you mind joining my group? I need some help with this. And if they say no, don't keep harassing them. Don't. If they say no, just walk away. Go to somebody else. There's 10 million people that play this game. You'll find somebody, I promise. Don't need roll on every piece of gear that drops. Okay, you get into a dungeon and you see you can roll on gear. If it's not an upgrade for what you're already wearing, don't need roll it. Greet it, okay? Or disenchant it if you're an enchanter. Don't need roll. If you don't need it, don't need it. That's called being a ninja. Nobody likes a ninja. It's a good way to get kicked out of a group. Where am I? Hey, I have to scroll down. If you don't know something, if there's something in the game you don't know, like, hey, what am I supposed to do here? Don't be afraid to ask. There's a lot of players out there that are real dicks and will run you down and talk crap. Don't listen to them. There's always players out there like me or others that will help you. If somebody does give you a bunch of crap, ignore them. Right-click on their name in chat. Ignore. Is it ignore or block? I think it's ignore. Yeah, it's ignore. If you see a gold seller, right-click, report, and ignore. Don't ever buy gold. Don't. It's a really good way to get your account hacked, and if Blizz catches you, it's a good way to get banned. Permaban. Don't buy an account. Don't buy an account and think you're just going to jump in. Hey, I've got a level 90 character, I can go do this. Because we will all know. Trust me. There's no hurry to get to max level. Take your time. Level at your own pace. Do what you want to do. If you want to spend time working on your professions, do it. If you want to level. If you want to do anything, go do it. It's World of Warcraft. There's a whole world of crap out there you can do. Go do it. Have fun. That's the last point of this. Have fun. It's just a damn game, okay? We all pay to play this game, okay? We pay to play it so we can have fun, alright? So have fun. Don't be a dick. Don't treat everybody like shit. Have fun. Make your own life fun. Make other people's lives fun for a change. It's a good thing to do. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my tips for new players. Yeah, check out Panzer's video, 39 Things WoW Noobs Need to Know or something like that. I forget what it's called. And going over to WoW Insider, also read the blog over there. Like I said, it's Liz Harper, 7 Things new players need to know, I believe, something like that. And yeah, just read up. Wowhead, WoW Insider, all the information's out there. So, or you come to a channel like mine, I'll help you out what I can. Yeah. So anyways, as always, comment, subscribe, like, thumbs up, share it on Facebook, facebook.com/lustswarcraft. We're on Twitter, twitter.com/casualwarcraft, twitch.tv/lustair, although I do apologize, I was streaming some real nonsense on there about a minute ago because I forgot about this stream thing I got now. I just apparently hit it by accident. If you want to talk to me personally in-game, Lust1183 is my battle tag. Lust1183, that is my battle tag. Get a hold of me there. Send me an email, casualwarcraft@gmail.com. And yeah, like I said, have fun. See you in game.